Just so you guys know, he literally just took a picture of his hat. That was it. Well, it is my job as your host and MC to welcome you to the annual Faculty Follies. This is one of my favorite nights of the year because we have some truly talented teachers and we have some others who just like to be on stage. And so they do a great job every year putting all this together for you. I think some of them truly enjoy it. And I'm not that kind of person, so I'm just glad to be up here as your MC this year. No dancing, no acting for me, so that'll make your night a lot better. I am a little mad that some of the staff members stole my outfit, though, so we'll have to talk to them about that on Monday. So our first act tonight, our first piece is Mr. Yoder, and he's going to come sing. And he will be performing Unchained Melody for you tonight. Mr. Yoder!
Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? Your love, I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Lonely rivers sigh, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. Godspeed your love to me.
And for Mr. Ryan Yoder. This is my 4th Faculty Follies, and I think it gets better every year. The most amazing thing is you guys don't get to do this, but I get to come in and watch them rehearse not every afternoon, but every year. In the afternoon before the show, they start rehearsing around 3, and they stay until 5 and take a quick dinner break and come back and get ready for you guys. And I got to hear, like, Mr. Yoder sing that this afternoon, and he's amazing. And I think we've got some other more surprising, you would expect the choir teacher to be able to sing like that, right? But we've got some other pretty impressive surprises for you. The next one is called High School Non-Musical. So if you take out the non, you might recognize what they're trying to get with tonight. So we've got a lot of teachers involved in this. So enjoy High School Non-Musical.
I've reviewed your impressive work from Valadez. I believe that your light is going to shine brightly at El Dorado High School. Good morning, Hawks. I trust you all had splendid holidays. Please check the sign-up sheets by your mailboxes for new activities.
Especially our Faculty Follies musical! In our case, the musical. We will have auditions in the theater.
Yes. There's also final Link Crew sign-ups. You can check Ms. Clemmer for all of the information.
I see the cell phone menace has returned. I have zero tolerance for cell phones in temples of knowledge. We'll get to know each other in after-school DBQ training.
Let's go ahead and get to class and start the day.
So, welcome to El Dorado. Now that you've met Cav, I bet you just can't wait to sign up for Faculty Follies.
I won't be signing up for anything just yet. I want to get to know the school first.
Yeah.
But if you sign up, I'll consider coming to the show.
No, that's impossible.
What's
Ah!
I wouldn't think that impossible is even a word in your vocabulary. So nice of you to show our new colleague around. I am sorry. Were you going to sign up too? My friend C-Dubs and I have starred in all of Cavs Follies productions, and we really welcome newcomers. There are a lot of supporting roles in the show. I am sure we could find something that's right for you, like, in the audience maybe?
No. I was just looking around. Lots going on at this school. Really nice penmanship.
So, colleagues, you know that Follies thing? Is it true we get a free copy allowance just for auditioning?
Zach, who cares?
But it's always good to get extra copies for problem sets.
Do you really think that Albert Einstein or Gregor Mendel auditioned for their high school musical?
Maybe.
Look, Mr. Pettit, this show, this faculty Follies thing, has nothing essential to culture. It doesn't have any pop or rock or anything like that.
It's like teachers performing. It's frightening.
Guys, I know. I thought it might be a good laugh.
You gotta get your head in the game. You gotta get ahead in the game.
Why am I feeling so wrong? My head's in the game, but my heart's in the song. Well, Follies feel so right. I gotta get my head in the game.
You gotta get your head in the game.
Zach Pettit was looking at our audition list.
Again? You know, he was hanging out with that new girl earlier, and they were both looking at the list. There's something freaky about her. Where did she say she was from again? Ugh.
Whiz teacher leads middle school to #1 ranking? Wow, an Einsteinette. So why do you think she's interested in our music cab?
I'm not sure that she is. And we needn't concern ourselves with amateurs. However, there's no harm in making certain that Miss Tingley is welcomed into school activities that are, well, appropriate for her.
The answer is yes.
Huh?
Our Link Crew Advisory Squad has its first meeting next week, and there's certainly a spot for you.
I need to catch up on curriculum before I think of advising any clubs.
What a perfect way to get caught up, working with the most spirited kids in school.
What a generous offer, Miss Clemmer.
Hawk activities can always use an extra hand. And while we're at it, let us probe the mounting evils of cell phones. Perhaps the most heinous example of cell phone use is ringing in the classrooms. What temerity!
And now, a few announcements. This morning during conference period will be your chance for the music cab auditions. For those of you bold enough to share your precious cornucopia of creative energy. First you will perform a few lines, and then I will give you a sense of whether Faculty Follies is your true calling. Better to hear it from me now than from your students later.
It's hard to believe that I could not see that you were right here beside me.
Oh, I admire your pluck. As for your performing, well, that's a lovely tie you're wearing. Next.
It's hard to believe that you were right here beside me.
Such courage to pursue a note not accessed in the natural world. Brava! Perhaps the Esperanza musicale.
It's hard to believe that I
Well, that was just very disturbing. Go see a counselor.
Don't be discouraged. Follies needs more than performers. It needs fans. Buy tickets.
You know, if you guys do the part with that particular song, I imagined it much slower.
If we do the part, Mills, I've been in 17 Eldo productions, and how many times have your compositions been selected?
This would be the first.
Which tells us what?
That it's my first year here? Or that I need to write you guys more solos?
No, it tells us that you do not offer direction, suggestion, or commentary, and you should be thankful that me and C-Dubs are here to lift your work out of its current obscurity. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, Mac.
Nice talking to you.
I'd like to audition.
And I'll sing with you.
Would you guys like to rehearse? I'm usually here before school, or maybe at lunchtime, or sometimes even during my Spanish 2 class. I mean, maybe we could rehearse at my house. I have a piano. You guys can come over for breakfast, maybe before school, after school. I don't care, whatever works.
Callbacks? Is this some kind of joke?
Well, maybe we're being punked. Maybe we'll be on DMAA. Maybe we'll be on Hot Talk.
Oh, shut up, C-Dub. How could Tingley do this? I already picked out the colors for my dressing room. Black and gold, obviously.
Someone's got to tell this girl the rules.
Yeah, someone's got to tell her the rules.
Exactly. What are the rules again?
Stick to the stuff you know. If you're cool, then follow one simple rule.
Don't mess with the rules, no.
Stick to the
Status quo.
Hey, so I have a confession. It's my own secret obsession. Everybody, come on, gather around. If Mr. Pettit can tell his secret, so can I. I bake. What? I love to bake. Scones, strudels, even apple pandowdy.
Say it isn't so.
I hope one day to make the perfect creme brulee.
Something feels strange in here. I need to share. Hip hop is my passion. I love to pop and lock and jam and break.
Is that even legal?
It's just dancing. And you know, sometimes it's even more fun than math homework.
Oh, no. Stick to the status quo, or in our case, the status quotient.
All right, I'm coming clean. I love to play the cello.
Awesome. What is that? A saw?
Dude, it's like a big violin.
Not another word.
Do you see what's happening here? You missed Scioli practice yesterday, trying for some heinous Follies number. And now suddenly people are confessing. Mr. C is baking creme brulee.
Wait, what is that?
Ooh, it's a creamy custard-like filling with a caramelized surface. It's delicious.
Shut up, Mr. C. Don't you see, Mr. Pettit, what's happening here? Our Scioli team is falling apart because of this stupid Follies thing.
Even the Spanish geeks and the social science brainiacs suddenly think they can talk to us.
People are doing other stuff that isn't their stuff.
Is Miss Mac really mad at me? I said I was sorry. You won't get convinced DMAC of that. I swear, if she could play both Lee and Grant, her own department chair would be ace out of a job.
Miss Mac, C-Dub, since Mr. Pettit's gonna be in the show,
Zach Pettit is not in the show.
I was just wondering, maybe you guys could be in a lunchtime activity or something.
We would rather stick pins in our eyes.
Wouldn't that be awfully uncomfortable?
Evaporate, tall person.
I beg! That help?
We need to save this school from people who don't know the difference between Zac Efron and President Zach Taylor.
We need to keep Pettit's head in the game for Scioli. And Clemmer, you need Team Lead to link to, so you better get to work.
Look, Zach Pettit represents one side of campus. Our side, the side of humanities, education and accomplishment is the key to future civilization. This is the side you belong. You can't team up with him.
Hey. Oh, hey. Can we have... Thanks. Hey. I really want to talk to you about Follies.
Who are we trying to kid? You've got your team, and I've got mine.
What? No. What?
Hey, Mr. Pettit. We're sorry. tear you down. We want to boost you up.
Yeah, win or lose, we're teammates, and that's what we're about.
Guys, I'm not gonna be in Follies anymore. Tingley won't even audition with me, and I don't know why.
We do.
What?
Hey man, I baked these for you. Maybe you ought to have one before we tell you the rest.
Thank you.
Miss Tingley, we were jerks.
Yeah, we were.
No, we were mean jerks. I thought that this whole music cab thing was gonna get in the way of you joining our Link crew. We're embarrassed and sorry. The way you feel about being a hawk, that's what really matters.
Everyone is special in their own way.
Together we're strong.
We make each other strong.
We're not the same. We're different in a good way.
Together is where we belong.
And it shows when we all stand.
We're all in this together. We're all stars.
Hand in hand.
Make our dreams come true. We're all in this together.
I thought they were getting a little mean girlish there for a minute, so I was worried they'd gone into a whole nother show. All right, so next up we have Mr. Bruman and Mr. Kennedy showing off their musical talents in a little piece we're calling Mr. Bruman's Tuba Groove. Mr. Bruman. Nicely done, Mr. Bruman and Mr. Kennedy. That's impressive. All right, now, as you can see from some of these skits that we're putting on, some of our teachers are a little hammy. They like to be on stage. They like to, keep us entertained. And they do it in class sometimes, but tonight they're doing it on the stage. So tonight, some of our language arts teachers think they can teach you Macbeth, to be specific, in 2 minutes. So, start your clocks and get ready. This is Mrs. Badger. This is Mrs. Clemmer, Mrs. Madrigal, Mrs. Oler, Mrs. Okada, Mrs. Switzer. I think she subbed out on this one, but Mrs. Tingley, Mrs. Williams, and Mrs. Wolf. I can't even say these. In Macbeth in 2 minutes. Take it away.
Good evening, everyone. So we wanted to prepare the sophomores in here. Can I see the sophomores out there right now? Right on. So the language arts department decided we needed to prepare you a little bit for fourth quarter. So we'd like you to get out your study guides so you can take some notes on Macbeth in 2-ish minutes. Please welcome the language arts department. Day I have not seen.
Whoa! You should be women, yet your beards forbid me to interpret.
All hail Macbeth, fame of glums.
All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? Speak to me!
Lesser than Macbeth and greater.
Thou shalt get king, so thou be none.
Have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
Woo!
Thou shalt be without our promise. Come, you spirits, unsex me here.
Keep it G-rated, please.
Sorry.
My dearest love, wife, whoever you are, Duncan comes here tonight.
Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it.
Got it. Is this a dagger I see before me?
Oh. Stop. My husband!
I have done the deed. Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand?
A little water clears us of this deed.
Oh, okay.
Your royal father's murdered.
Out to England! Macbeth is king now. And I fear thou played most foully for it.
They hailed Banquo, father, to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown. It is concluded. Banquo, you gots to go. Banquo? Stop. You're dead. Full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. I am in blood stepped in so far.
These are auspicious actions for a king.
Sad.
Double.
Toil and trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble. By the pricking of my thumbs.
I conjure you, answer my questions.
Macbeth! Beware, Macbeth!
Oh, snap! I knew that guy was a bad guy. Keep going.
None of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live Macduff. What need I fear of thee?
Macbeth shall never vanquish me until great Burnham wood to high destiny no shall come against him.
Woo-hoo, that will never be. Thanks, peace, witches. Yet there's a spot, out, down, spot out, I say. Here's the smell of blood still. I am dead now.
I am not treacherous, but Macbeth is. Come, we go to the king. Macbeth is ripe for shaking. Let every soldier take a tree branch and bear it before him.
What is that? Methinks, it looks like great Burnham wood, begun to move. What is he that was not born of woman? Ha ha, I must not yield to what of woman borns.
Despair, villain! Macduff was from his mother's womb unripely ripped.
Uh-oh. I'm dead.
I seriously don't know how to do that. I'm cracking up and I'm not even in it. The impressive part is I think that's the third thing Miss Tingley's already been in. We're not even halfway through, and she's already been on stage 3 different times. So we have some interesting first tonight for some of our performers, if you will, teachers, staff members, performers. We have some new people in our languages other than English, some new Spanish teachers, and they both just jumped right in, and so you'll see them both on stage in the next few minutes. And then every once in a while we have a last. And so I imagine, if you didn't already know, Miss Vernier has announced her retirement. This will be her last year with us. We're going to miss her. If you haven't had Miss Vernier in class, you may not know this. She loves to sing, and so she's constantly singing songs in Spanish in her Spanish class. So Mrs. Vernier and the World Language Department, or languages other than English, will now perform for you a little skit with some singing called Dear Future Husband. Here we go.
Dear future husband, here's a few things you'll need to know if you want to be my one and only. All my life. Take me on a date, I deserve a babe. And don't forget the flowers every anniversary. Cause if you treat me right, I'll be the perfect wife. Buying groceries, buying what you need. You got that 9 to 5, but baby, so do I. So don't be thinking I'll be home and making apple pies. I never learned to cook, but I can write a hook. Sing along with me, sing along with me. You got to know how to treat me like a lady. Even when I'm acting crazy, tell me everything's alright. Dear future husband, here's a few things you'll need to know if you wanna be my one and only all my life. Dear future husband, if you wanna get that special loving, tell me I'm beautiful each and every night. After every fight, just apologize, and maybe then I'll let you try and hold me really tight. Even if I was wrong, you know I'm never wrong. Why disagree? Why disagree? You got to know how to treat me like a lady. Even when I'm acting crazy, tell me everything's alright. Oh, dear future husband, here's a few things you'll need to know if you wanna be my one and only all my life. Dear future husband, make time for me, don't leave me lonely, and no, we'll never see your family more than mine. I'll be asking for the left side of the bed. Hey, open doors for me and you might get some Hershey kisses. Don't have a dirty mind, just be a classy guy. Buy me a ring, buy me a ring. You got to know how to treat me like a lady. Even when I'm acting crazy, tell me everything's alright. Dear future husband, is a few things you'll need to know if you wanna be my one and only all my life. Dear future husband, if you wanna get that special loving, tell me I'm beautiful each and every night. Oh, future husband, don't mind me.
How about one more big giant hand for Mrs. Vernier and the language teachers? All right, now we have a special treat for you. As you came in, you probably, not everybody, but probably got a kazoo. All right. Do you all know how to use a kazoo? Well, if you don't, you're about to learn. Mrs. Ross has a little skit for you, or a little song for you called All You Need Is That Kazoo. Mrs. Ross.
Hello. Is this on? Oh, hello. Okay, so I am Mrs. Ross. It's actually been on my bucket list to kazoo with a giant audience, so this is amazing. We're gonna sing All You Need Is Love by the Beatles, okay? And I know some of you, raise your hand if you do not know how to kazoo. Okay, because my 6-year-old didn't know how to kazoo at first. So I'm gonna teach you. First off, you don't blow into it. If you went, whew, it won't work. Okay, you have to actually talk. So repeat after me. Okay, we're all gonna do it together. You ready? Wait for me, and then you go. Okay. Oh my God, doesn't that sound cool? Okay. All right, that's one of the parts. So we'll sing All You Need Is Love. We'll go, all you need is love. All right, and then there's another part in the beginning, where it says, dun, dun, dun. Oh wait, I'll do it with the kazoo. Okay, let's practice. Okay. I started too high, let's go lower. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay, all right, I think we got it. Okay, I want to dedicate this song to my family and to my Charlotte bug who sings this song to me, and also to all of my photo students. I love you. Oh, don't make me cry, I have to start. Oh wait, let's rock. Sorry. Love, 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 love. Sing with me, sing with me. Love, love, love. Oh. Love, love, love. Oh, there's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. Hold up. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Oh, there's nothing you can do that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. Love is all you need. 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 Aren't you beautiful? Thank you guys. Ciao.
Was that like the cutest thing you've ever seen? That was awesome. Thank you, Mrs. Ross. The funny part was in the back, we had Mr. Sampson and Mr. Vrooman were fighting because they wanted to be the ones to teach you how to play the kazoo, because, you know, band teachers. So we have Mr. and Mrs. Switzer, and they are a couple of the rocks of El Dorado. They're here all the time for all the DMA stuff, all the theater productions. Mrs. Switzer was here for the last 2 weekends, and I have a pretty good feeling her husband and son were here with them at some point, or many points. So thank you for everything she and they do to put all this together for us. So we have photographs with Mr. and Mrs. Switzer.
First of all, shout out to Owen Switzer. It is his 12th birthday today. Thanks for putting up with us. We know it's hard sometimes.
Hello, hello, hello. All right. It's not the Nickelback song for Photograph, by the way.
Sorry.
Loving can hurt. Loving can hurt sometimes, but it's the only thing that I know. When it gets hard, you know it can get hard sometimes, and it's the only thing that makes us feel alive. Keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts were never broken, and time's forever frozen still.
So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. Wait for me to come home.
Loving can heal. Loving can mend your soul. And it's the only thing that I know.
I swear it will get easier. Remember that with every piece of ya.
And it's the only thing take with us when we die. We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes were never closing, our hearts were never broken, and time's forever frozen still.
So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone.
And if you hurt me, that's okay, baby, only once, please. Inside these pages, you just hold me, and I won't ever let you go. Wait for me to come home. 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 You can pick me
should be. Keep it deep within your soul. And if you hurt me, that's okay, baby. Only words bleed inside these pages. You just hold me, and I won't ever let you go. When I'm away, I will remember how you kissed me under the lamppost back on 6th Street, hearing you whisper through the phone, wait for me to come home.
The dynamic duo, Mr. and Mrs. Switzer. Nicely done. Next up, we have Mrs. Rayburg coming out to sing something. Mrs. Rayburg is going to sing something for us, and we'll just have to find out what it is. There she is.
Before we get started, I have a few things to say. First of all, the song that I'm going to be doing is dedicated to my husband. Because in just a couple weeks, we will have been married for 20 years. So this song is for him. It is sung by a man to a girl. So anytime you hear girl, it's him. And and there's a few things in here. If you see me say no, that means don't do what's in the song. Other than that, happy anniversary.
It's a beautiful night. I'm looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you.
Thank you, Mrs. Rayburn. Now, every Monday we have late start, and I know you guys are dying to know what are these teachers doing every Monday from 7:30 to 8:30 when we're supposed to be at home sleeping in or in band practice or wherever we are. So the social science department has decided to help you out, to help you understand exactly what goes on Mondays during late start. They've put together this little skit they're calling Social Science Breakfast Club. Turn it over to you.
Monday morning, El Dorado High School, Placentia, California, 92870. Dear Mr. Newberry, we accept the fact that we had to sacrifice a whole Monday morning in a department meeting. But we think you're crazy to make us write this report telling you who we think we are. What do you care? You see us as you want to see us. In the simplest terms, the most convenient definitions. Probably an AP Psych thing. You see us as a brain, an athlete, a basket case, a princess, and a criminal. Correct? That's the way we saw each other before we started teaching together. We were brainwashed.
I just can't believe I have to be here. It's just so absurd that I have to come to a department meeting on a Monday morning just because I ditched DBQ grading to go shopping.
And we don't get to lesson plan or anything.
Hey, coaches don't want to grade common assessments. There's nothing wrong with that.
Except you got caught, sport.
Well, well, well. Here we are. Glad you could make it on time.
Excuse me, I think there's been a mistake. I know it's a collaboration time, but I don't think I belong here.
Well, it's 7:30 and we've got exactly 45 minutes to contemplate the error of your ways. I want you to write a report. A report of no less than 1,000 words, telling me just who you think you are.
Is this a test?
And by report, I mean report, not a single word repeated 1,000 times. Is that clear, Cavalitti?
Crystal.
Good. Maybe learn a little something about yourself. Maybe you'll figure out you don't want to skip the common assessments again.
I can answer that right now. You see, that would be a no. No for me, because I've really...
Sit down, McIntosh, sit down.
Okay, sorry.
My classroom is right down the hall. Any monkey business is ill-advised. Any questions?
Yeah, I got a question. Does Laura Craze know that Barry Manilow knows you rate his wardrobe?
You'll get the answer to that question next Monday morning, Ms. Cavalitti. Mess with the bull, you get the horns. Now start writing.
Excuse me, department chair. Will Diet Coke be made available?
I have extreme intolerance for dehydration.
Yeah, I've seen her dehydrate. It's pretty gross.
Who am I? Who am I? I am a history teacher, a mock trial coach, advisor of the Future Lawyers Club.
Excuse me, what are you babbling about?
I'm just saying I'm a teacher, coach, club advisor.
Oh, so your life is sort of social. Demented and sad, but social.
Well, I suppose you could say there's a social aspect to it. Yes, I am a social science teacher, after all.
Hey, leave her alone. We got 1,000 words to write.
Oh, you can count. See, I knew you had to be smart to be a baseball coach.
I think we should all just write our papers.
No, what we need to do is close that door. We can't have any kind of party in here with Newberry checking us out every few minutes.
Why was that door closed?
Oh, maybe a screw fell out.
Where's the screw?
Screws fall out all the time, Newberry. The world's an imperfect place.
Excuse me, why would anyone want to steal a screw?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand stealing second base, but a screw?
Or a real estate steal like the Louisiana Purchase.
All right, watch it, people. Look, this keeps up, and the next screw that falls out of this department is going to be you.
I was just wondering, what happens when the bell rings and we all go off to first period? I mean, I consider you my friends now. I'm not wrong, am I?
No.
Well then, what happens?
It's inevitable. You grow older and your heart dies.
Okay, Gilded Age. Are we still friends, you mean? If we're friends now, that is?
Well, yeah.
I don't know. It depends. Are you going to write your report?
Of course. Why?
Well, it's kind of a waste for all of us to write our reports, don't you think?
But that's what the department chair wants us to do.
Well, I mean, true, but I think we'd all kind of say the same thing.
You guys just don't want to write your papers, right?
True, but you're the smartest one, right?
Well,
Dear Mr. Newberry, you see us as you want to see us, in the simplest terms, in the most convenient definitions. But what we found out is that each of us
is a brain
and an athlete
and a basket case.
A princess.
And a criminal.
Does that answer your question?
And just for the record, that is exactly what they look like every morning, Monday morning from 7:30 to 8:30. Exactly. Nothing different. All right, we got another song for you. We have, again, some super talented teenagers, super talented teenagers, that's you, but we have some super talented teachers, and they're going to come sing for you right now. So another John Lennon song. The program says Mr. Sampson, Mr. Vrooman, Mr. Sampson, Mr. Vrooman, Mr. Yoder, but it doesn't say two other people are going to be singing for you, and that is Mrs. Switzer and Miss Hanson.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Will be as one.
Imagine no possession. I wonder if you care. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of men. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Did I tell you we had some super talented teachers? How about a big hand for that acapella group right there? Now we're going to have Miss Rayburn come back up on stage and bring a friend this time. Miss Brittany Brown will be making her lip-syncing debut. And Miss Ross is joining them too.
Hello. Welcome to round 2 of Lip Sync Battle. Tonight, 2 awesome teachers go head-to-head to claim the title of Lip Sync Master. Over here we have the reigning champion from 2017, the Ray Burgonator. Downtown Brittany Brown. Before the show, we flipped a coin to see who would go first. Downtown Brittany Brown won. Good luck.
Everywhere I go, they be like,
to decide, the audience, who won this battle. Will it be the Ray Burgonator? That was pretty good. Or will it be Downtown Brittany Brown? I don't know. I think it's a tie. Oh, I'm gonna have to say, this is the Ray Burgonator.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Ross, for hosting that little lip sync challenge. Next, we have our language teachers again coming back, and this time they are presenting a fable called A Worldly Fairy Tale. So, welcome back, languages other than English.
Did you guys want to hear a fairy tale, maybe? It's story time. Yes, it is.
Let me find you guys. Oh, here's one. So, once upon a time, mukashi mukashi aru tokoro ni, there was a niña pequeña who wore a rouge riding hood. She was a precocious niña pequeña who loved the outdoors. One day, she decided that she wanted to go visit her obasan because she hadn't seen her in a really long time. She was wondering how her grandmother was doing. So she asked her okasan if she could go visit. Of course, sa mère said oui, but warned her that she must not turn in the vault and should go straight to obasan nochi. Papa also reminded her not to talk to strangers. Le Petit Chaperon Rouge then asked her madre to make her a corp filled with brot, kudamono, and bonbons. She took the panier filled with her grandmother's favoritos, embrassé her mother, and left her house. Rotkepshern then left home and went through the woods on her way to grandmother's house. But in the Hayashi, she saw a field of hana. They were so wunderschön, she couldn't help but stop and smell them. She started picking las flores and forgot the time. There happened to also be an lobo who was taking una siesta in the field of flowers. He woke up very hungry. He looked over and saw Little Red Riding Hood. What luck. He went over to Akazukin-chan and asked her what she was doing. She answered that she was on her way to La Maison du Grand-Mère. But as soon as she said this, she remembered her mother's warnings. Don't talk to étranger. Caperucita Roja hurried along the road to her grandmother's house. The old kami, meanwhile, ran to La Casa de la Abuela, surprised her and gobbled her up. Then he wore a peluca, dressed himself in grandmother's vêtements, and tucked himself into bed. He wore a peluca, dressed himself in grandmother's vêtements, and tucked himself into bed. Little Red Riding Hood showed up at Obasanochi right as Le Loup put himself into La Cama. Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. Come in. Yeah. Little Red Riding Hood saw that La Porte was open, so she let herself into La Maison du Grand-Mère. She saw grandmother was in bed, but she looked strange. Grand-mère, what grand oreille you have, she said. The better to hear you, my dear, the wolf said. Obasan, what okime you have, she said. The better to see you, my dear, the wolf said. Abuela, what diente grande you have, she said. Abuela, what diente grande you have, she said. The better to eat you. And their wolves chased Rokipshun around la casa. Meanwhile, there was a woodsman nearby who was chopping holts and heard Little Red Riding Hood's carcajadas. He came to threaten Little Red Riding Hood, but Little Red Riding Hood had a black belt in karate. She did not need the woodsman's ayuda. In fact, by the time the woodsman came to help her, she had forced the Okami to spit out her grandmère. Spit out her grandmère. She had forced the Okami to spit out her grandmère. The woodsman then took the leloup away while Akazukin-chan and her abuela had a nice mitag essen together made from the tabemono in the canasta. The end.
Great job, very impressive. Now let's get another song up on stage. Let's get Mr. Sampson up here. He's got to have a little help to get it set up. It doesn't take too long. He's very talented. I think later you'll see him play the piano. I don't know if he's played the drums. He was playing the drums earlier. But right now you get a ukulele song, and the song is titled, I Won't Give Up. So Mr. Sampson, as soon as you're ready.
That's stressful, man. How are you guys doing? You guys enjoying the evening so far? Check, check. All right. So I'd like to play this little song for you called I Won't Give Up by one of my favorite singers, but named Jason Mraz. You may have heard of him. It's kind of a special song because it's about, just not giving up in a relationship. And that doesn't necessarily mean a romantic relationship. It could also mean just a friendship, just people but just continue to fight for things you love. So that's what this song is about. At least to me it is. Hey, Matt, can I get a little bit more of the ukulele and the monitors? I just wanted to say that. Sounds cool, right? When I look into your eyes, it's like watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. Well, there's so much they hold, and just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? Well, I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. And when you're needing your space, to do some navigating. I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. 'Cause even the stars, they burn. Some even fall to the earth. We've got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. I don't want to be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay to make the difference that I can make. Our differences, they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got. Yeah, we've got a lot at stake. And in the end, you're still my friend. At least we did intend for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn how to bend without the world caving in. I had to learn what I've got and what I'm not and who I am. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. Still looking up, I'm still looking up. I won't give up on us. God knows I'm tough enough. We've got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up on us. Even if the skies get rough, we've got a lot to learn. I'm still looking up. No, I won't give up.
The amazing, the awesome Mr. Eric Sampson. They've got a little bit of cleaning up to do, but give them a minute. Our next singer has been on stage earlier. She was part of the acapella group that came out a little while ago. And this is Miss Brianne Hansen, El Dorado alum. She's going to come sing Someone Like You. Miss Brianne Hansen.
I heard that you settled down, that you found a girl and you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true. Guess she gave you things I couldn't give to you. Old friend, why are you so shy? Ain't like you to hold back hide from the light. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away, I couldn't fight it. I'd hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasts a month, but sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah. yesterday was the time of our lives. We were born and raised in a summer haze, bound by the surprise of our glory days. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away, I couldn't fight it. I'd hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love and sometimes it hurts instead. Nothing compares, no worries or cares, regrets and mistakes, their memories made. Who would have known how bittersweet this could taste? Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love and sometimes it hurts instead. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love and sometimes it hurts instead. Sometimes it lasts in love and sometimes it hurts instead.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Miss Brianne Hansen. A big round of applause. Now, going back a few years, we talked about a retirement earlier. We had another teacher retire, and that was Mr. Tim Tivenin. He was a long-time language arts teacher, great man, played the guitar, and he started a staff band called Tivenin and Sons. So this is kind of a tribute band. We don't have Mr. Tivenin here, but we do have Mr. Campuzano somehow. He's back there somewhere. Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Pettit. That's Mr. Zach Pettit. Are you cheering for the right Pettit? I just wanted to be sure, and that way he got 2 rounds of applause. And we have Mr. Switzer and Mr. Sampson. And we're running out of stuff to do tonight, so enjoy.
Check, check. I saw the sun begin to dim and felt that winter wind blow cold. A man learns who is there for him when the glitter fades and the walls won't hold. 'Cause from that rubble, what remains can only be what's true. All was lost is more I've gained, 'cause it led me back. to you. From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. From now on, what's waited till tomorrow starts tonight. Tonight, let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on. I drink champagne with kings and queens. The politicians praise my name. But those were someone else's dreams and the pitfalls of the man I became. For years and years, I chased their cheers at the crazy speed of always needing more. But when I stop and see you here, I remember who all this was for. And from now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. And from now on, what's waited till tomorrow starts tonight. It starts tonight. And let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. Here we go. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. Get up there, get up there, you see, come on. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the light. From now on, let's wait until tomorrow starts. Tonight, it starts tonight, and let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. Hands up, from now on. Let's party now, come on. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. You sing it out, Dorado. And we will come back home, and we will come back home. A little bit louder now, a little bit louder, come on. And we will come back home, and we will come back home. Everybody really loud, blow the roof off. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, from now on, home again. From now on, from now on, home again.
Thank you so much for coming to Faculty Follies tonight and supporting our seniors. We raised a lot of money and we couldn't have done it without all of you. Thank you so much. We're gonna take you out with our tried and true.